Hello, lovely viewers, and welcome again to Adaptation, the ultimate vlog for film adaptations and the original material they're based on. I'm Jennifer Dick, and you might remember that a couple weeks ago we covered our host choices for worst castings. Whitewashing. Bless you. This week's vlog is the positive side of that coin with best castings. These are the castings that made us go, yes! Even before we saw the performance. And then in most cases, the performance was just the icing on the cake. Starting off, you might remember that Hunger Games had an honorary mention in our worst casting 2 weeks ago for whitewashing the main character. I now present to you the casting that this film did absolutely 100% right, yet which still caused a scandal. Amandla Stenberg is Rue. When the movie first came out, quite a few people were up in arms about this casting because, not to be racist, but they didn't see Rue as black. Well, sit down, viewers, because I'm gonna read you a thing. Behold, Rue's description as written in the Hunger Games. She has dark brown skin and eyes, but other than that, she's very like Prim in size and demeanor. Enter Amandla Stenberg. Dark brown skin? Check. Brown eyes? Check. Similar to Prim? Look at them. I see it. Can't you? Guys, they not only cast someone who looks exactly like Rue's description from the book, but who also genuinely bears a resemblance to the girl that they cast for Prim. And that's without mentioning how well she did in the role. I cried just as hard when she died in the film as when I first read the book. Hence, A++ for casting. The next casting is also from the Hunger Games. In fact, nearly half the characters on our list are secondary characters from the Hunger Games. So either all of our hosts have Hunger Games on the brain, or they just really nailed it. Or both. Anyway, next is Stanley Tucci as Caesar Flickerman. Well, Stanley Tucci as pretty much anyone, really, because he's perfect. But in this role, whoa. You can't help but smile when he's on screen. It's like he's hypnotizing us with his blinding teeth. You are getting sleepy, very sleepy. And you know what? That is absolutely terrifying. Perfect, but terrifying. Because for those few moments, you are genuinely entertained by Caesar Flickerman. Just like the people in the Capitol. Next up is Elizabeth Banks as Effie Trinket, also from the Hunger Games. She's a great actress and really funny, so it was easy to imagine her in this role right off the bat. And then when she donned the wig and makeup and all, that's Effie Trinket, Guardian of Mahogany. And then we have Woody Harrelson as Haymitch. Now this one I actually needed to see to believe, but Kendall was convinced right from the start. And I have to admit, he certainly nailed the gruffness and sarcasm that's so key to Haymitch's character. I saw his face, now I'm a believer. Okay, that's it for Hunger Games casting. On to Hunger Games Catching Fire with Gina Malone as Joanna. Again, this one I had to be convinced about because my main exposure with Gina Malone had been as Lydia in the 2005 Pride and Prejudice. So this role was a little different from what I've seen her in. But Corey had faith, and Gina definitely succeeded in delivering the Joanna Mason that we all love? Hate? Love to hate? You fill in the blank. Okay, no more Hunger Games, I promise. Inkheart is next, which may come as a shock since our host can't stand the movie. But I'm still convinced that Brendan Fraser is the perfect casting for Mo. In fact, Cornelia Funke herself admitted that in writing the Inkheart series, Brendan Fraser was her inspiration for this character. His voice is deep and full of expression. It's made to read aloud. If you don't believe me, listen to the audiobook for Ink Spell. When he reads, I swoon. Okay, no I don't. But I could, really easily. Also on our list for best castings is Martin Freeman. Okay, specifically for his roles as Bilbo in The Hobbit and Watson in Sherlock. This actor is really good at manipulating his facial expressions, either to enhance the comedy of a situation or to emphasize its seriousness. I could give you multiple examples for both, or I could tell you to watch Sherlock and The Hobbit and just study Martin Freeman's face. Study it. And whatever you do, don't blink. Not surprisingly, Sherlock from Sherlock also made our list. Benedict Cumberbatch is tall and thin just like every single description of Sherlock Holmes that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle ever wrote. What's more, he's caustic, sarcastic, and not the most likable character. Pretty darn perfect. In fact, you sometimes get the feeling that he really wouldn't mind cutting people with those cheekbones of his. Ironically enough, Robert Downey Jr. has also been named, though not for his portrayal of Sherlock Holmes. RDJ was named Best Casting for Iron Man, aka Tony Snark. I'm sorry, did I say Snark? I meant Stark. No, I didn't. This is one of those castings where it's so easy to picture the actor in character because the actor's actual character is so close to that of the characters. Oh my gosh, I figured it out. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Shh, don't tell anyone. Finally, we have the beloved Michael Caine as Alfred from the newest Batman trilogy. He's wise, endearing, and has just the right amount of sarcasm. And most importantly, when he cries, so do you. And so ends our list for best castings. As always, please comment below, like, subscribe, the works. Links for our social media can be found in the description box, and our podcast is on iTunes. So until next week, you will like us. You will subscribe to us. Did it work?